Thanks everyone for tuning in. It's your girl Bridget Chanel, and we are here with another video. On this video, I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks that you can use if you are a first-time cruiser. Now, I am not an avid cruiser, but I have been on several, so I think I can give a little bit of help here and there where I think it's needed. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I do have notes, so I will be looking down at my notes to make sure I stay on topic and on track, because I don't want to make this video long at all. So tip number one, the main thing you need for a first-time cruiser, whether you're first time, second time, third time, or you've been on 100 cruises, you will need the same documentation, which is a valid birth certificate and or a passport if you have it. And with the passport and the valid birth certificate, you also are going to need a driver's license and or state ID. So make sure that you bring all of that with you. Now, also, in order to board the ship, you will also need your boarding pass, but I will talk about that a little later when it comes to the check-in part for your cruise. So those are the documentations that you will need. You absolutely must have, no getting around, in order to get on the cruise ship. All right, tip number two is I want you to pack a carry-on bag with you when you are going on your cruise, because just like air flights, you can have a carry-on bag that could stay on your persons, and you will want to do that when you are, boarding a cruise ship. Carry-on bag can hold things like your CPAP machine. If you're someone that has a CPAP machine, if you're someone that takes medication, you will want your medication on you at all times, because as we know, bags can get lost, and when you get to port, the porters will take your bag and you will not see your luggage again until you are able to go to your room. And then the majority of the time when you are able to go to your room, which will be about 1 to 1:30, most of the time your luggage may still not be there. So if you're someone that has things of emergencies that you need to keep on you at all times, pack a backpack or a small, little carry-on. And also, if you don't know, when you first get on the cruise ship, if you're someone that likes to go straight to the pool, straight to the hot tub, whatever the case may be, and you want to bring your swimsuit, put that in your carry-on as well, especially if you have little ones and you want to keep them occupied and all that, before sail away and before, the cruise actually gets going. You can do all that stuff as soon as you get on board the ship, but you got to make sure you have, those items with you in order to change into, like your swim clothes and things like that. So bring a carry-on, and that way you will be set and you don't have to worry and or wait or wish you had to pack the stuff with you that you could have kept on you, beforehand. All right, so tip number three is book the cabin that you want. So as you're going through the booking phase of trying to book your cruise, go ahead and book the cabin that you want, because if you don't, you will regret it. And I say this because some people, they like to wait until they throw up those offers. Hey, you can upgrade your room, to a balcony cabin for $150 more. And you have to basically bid on it, because you're not the only one that's getting that email. They're going to send it out to several people, and you just may not be the winner of that. So if you booked yourself an inside cabin and you really wanted a balcony cabin, just go ahead and book your balcony cabin off the rip. So, you don't have to worry or deal with that or, trying to be the lucky lottery winner here. Okay. All right, so we are at the online check-in. So I brought this up back when I just mentioned boarding passes. So when you do your online check-in about 2 weeks before your actual cruise, they are going to send you an email saying, hey, it's time to do your online check-in. That's where they're going to ask you a bunch of questions. Some of them may be, health-related questions. Have you been sick? Anyone been sick? Yada, yada, yada. Basically to make sure that you're not sick and you bringing something on board that can get everybody else sick as well, right? So it's going to be online questions. It's going to be other things. They're going to ask you to set up your payment info, because most cruise lines, you have to put a card on file and keep it on file for all your onboard spending. Cruise ships do not take cash, so you can bring cash along with you, but just know that on the cruise ship, they don't take cash. They will charge everything to your card that you put on file when you do your online check-in. And so make sure you get your online check-in done. Also, during online check-in, that gives you the opportunity to book the time that you would like to get on the ship. They have early times, they have later times. And if you're someone that wants to be on the ship by 11 or 12, then make sure you get up, because they will send that email out like late at night. So you can stay up and wait till you get that email and get everybody checked in that's in the cabin with you, and book a time for 11, 12, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes by the time you get the email and you go to it, because everybody else is doing the same thing, you may not get a boarding time till 1:30 or something like that. But just to be on the safe side, you're gonna have to do your online check-in anyways, but if you want to try to get an earlier time, try to stay up that night, because around 12 o'clock is when they're going to send it out, 2 weeks before your cruise, and then that way you can at least try to get the time that you would want. And if you have multiple people in your cabin, you can book you can do the online check-in for everyone that's in your cabin yourself. Now, if you're cruising with other people and in different cabins and y'all all want to try to get the same check-in time, then you need to let the other people know as well. Hey, be on the lookout for your emails. I'm going for such and such time for check-in, and if we all want to be together, I need y'all to be up, do the same thing and try to get checked in, so we can all get checked in and be together at the same time. Otherwise, you may get checked in at 11:30, and they may not be able to get checked in till 1:30. So, but you all will still make it on board. But if you want to try to stay together the whole time, excuse me, the easiest way to do that is for you guys to all try to get the same check-in time. Okay, and so next tip I want to give is to pack enough clothes. Now, with it being your first cruise, if this is your first time or second time, sometimes I still overpack clothes. That's just what I do. I overthink things and I pack a lot. I may change twice in one day for me, but you want to make sure you pack enough clothing, but you really don't want to overpack, because you're going to have a lot of clothes that you didn't use, and then hopefully that will help you out with your next cruise that you book and be like, you know what, I didn't even use all those clothes the last time, so I'm just going to pack this and this and that. You want to make sure you pack enough, but you don't want to overpack. And also, while you're packing, throw in a light jacket, a light sweater, pullover, hoodie, whatever the case may be, and or some tights or sweats, because on the cruise ship it does and can get a little cool, especially at night. So let's say you want to go out and enjoy the upper decks at night. Well, at night you're out on nothing but a body of water. So as the ship is going, the wind is winding and blowing, and it gets a little chilly, a little cool out there. So if you just want to sit out there on the deck and kind of enjoy it, you might want to bring you a light sweater or a jacket or something so you can put on to keep you a little warm. And then also that will help on the inside as well, because some restaurants and some of the theaters on the inside, they can get a little chilly as well. I always bring me I have this little, it's like a half cropped blue jean little jacket that I always bring with me to keep me warm when I go on my cruises. So you might just keep that in mind, to bring something with you that might, keep you warm for times like that. Now, if you're going on an Alaska cruise, then you might want to just pack you some warm clothes all the way around, and not just on that one occasion. But when you're doing a Caribbean cruise, you should be fine to just pack a little light sweater or something like that to bring with you. Okay, next I have, here's a tip to bring small cash with you, small bills, because like I say, on cruise ships, they don't use cash. They charge everything to your credit card or debit card that you have on file. And by the way, I do not recommend putting a debit card on file or using your debit card when you're out in ports, because as you know, debit cards, it will hold your money up and tie your money up, and they're going to make sure they get their money, but it's going to be held up on your card for so long, even a week or so after you get off your cruise. You look at your account, but like nothing's clear yet, because it's all still holding, and that can mess some people up thinking they have money here when they really don't. So don't put anything on your debit card, on your readily available money. Use a credit card. and or when you import, use cash. Now, like I say, on cruise, you can use cash for tipping, but other than that, I would not, I would not use cash any other time on a cruise except for when you're tipping or giving, your waiter or your room attendant, tips. So yes, in port, bring small bills, because some of the ports, wherever you go, they may try to say they don't have any change to break your, your bill. So they're either going to want you to buy more so they can use up all your money, or they may just say they don't have change, and then you'll be like, oh, just keep the change. So you just want to make sure you bring small bills with you, some ones, fives, tens, stuff like that. Just break it up. You don't need a lot, depending on what you plan on buying when you're in ports, but you just want to make sure you have some small bills with you, cash, to use in ports, opposed to your debit card. Now, if you want to use your credit card, totally fine. Just know that some of those ports also, they will charge extra fees, for using credit cards. All right, and so the next thing I would like to say is, before you cruise, make sure you join like the Facebook group for your selling. So if you don't know, you can go to Facebook pretty much for any cruise line, any cruise, type in there the week that you're going on your cruise and with what cruise line you're going with, and I bet you there is a Facebook group that you can join. And in that Facebook group, everybody talks, everybody exciting, they're giving tips and tricks, they're asking questions, and that's a place for you to get information as well. If you are unfamiliar, or even if you cruise a lot and you're familiar with it, it's still fun to join those groups to see what everybody that's on your sailing is talking about. And even if, let's say, you're a solo seller, and so you can meet people on there, and you might meet some other people that are going solo, and then who knows, y'all can hook up, hang out during that cruise, become good friends, whatever the case may be, however you like to do it. But that is a good place to meet people before you're sailing, and to also get a lot of information and things as well. Okay, the next thing you want to make sure, I'm doing a lot of talking, y'all, and I didn't bring any water in here, but I'm gonna keep going. The next thing you want to do is to make sure you download that cruise app. So just about every cruise line have an app that you can download before you're sailing. If you don't download it before you're sailing, you want to make sure that before that ship leaves the port and you're on the ship, that you download that app before, because if not, what's going to happen is you're not going to have the app, because once it sets off sailing and you're out of US territories or whatever the case may be, you're not going to be able to download that app anymore. So you want to make sure you download it, and in that app is where you will find all things about your account. If you put your credit card or whatever on file, you can look at your account, you can see what's being spent every day. It also has in there notifications. It also has in there the things that you can do on board that ship that day. Let's say you're at sea and it's just a sea day. You can go to your app and scroll through it, and it will show you everything that's happening that day, different times and all that stuff. So you can go ahead and book it, reserve it, heart it, and it'll give you a notification if you heart it in your app. Hey, so this is starting. Bingo is starting, in 30 minutes or something like that. So it will remind you if you did heart it and you liked it and you put it in your app, that's something that you're interested in or wanting to do, it will let you know. But you just want to download the app, and also that app is a way for you to communicate with other people that is on the ship with you. So let's say you don't buy the Wi-Fi, you can use the app that has a chat feature to chat with anybody else that is on that ship with you. You have to connect it somehow, I think through, if you go, because like I know Disney, they had it like you have to get it's like not the room number, but it's kind of like if you go into the app, there's like a number that's assigned to you, and you put that number in and they can search for that, that person that's not in the same cabin with you. So that way you could do like a little chat feature with them. So, you know, if you're with other parties that's not in your stateroom, you need to chat with them. Hey, dinner at 7. Are we going to go to the main dining, or are we just going to go, you know, to the buffet? What are we going to do for dinner? You know, anything like that. Or we're going to go to the show at such and such time. Do you guys want to come? So if you don't buy the Wi-Fi, and if you didn't make plans ahead or whatnot when you're with your other party, this is a good feature. And also if you have kids that are with you, this is a good feature to stay in touch with your kids as well. And also with that app, or with your phone in general, make sure you put your phone in airplane mode. Airplane mode, airplane mode, airplane mode. You guys want to make sure you put your phone in airplane mode. Do you do it when you get on the plane and you're flying? Yes. Why? Because it keeps your phone from roaming. So same with the cruise ship. When you're on a cruise ship, you want to keep your phone in airplane mode the entire time, because if you do not keep your phone in airplane mode, your phone is going to roam trying to search for a Wi-Fi signal, and you could get charged a lot of roaming fees. And when you make it back home and you feel like I got $1,000 phone bill because my phone was roaming the whole time, that's because you didn't put your phone in airplane mode. So make sure you put your phone in airplane mode. And if you have kids, do it for them. Make sure that phone is in airplane mode and it stays in airplane mode. Okay, so the muster drill for my first time cruisers. A muster drill is basically a drill that you have to do, kind of like a tornado drill. We used to have tornado drills when I was younger in high school here in Texas. I don't think they have tornado drills anymore. I'm not sure. But tornado drills, it's kind of like a muster drill. It's kind of like a, basically like it sounds. It's a drill. It basically shows you how to use your life vest, where it's located, all that stuff in case of an emergency aboard the ship. If you have to evacuate the ship, it tells you where to go. This is the area you need to be in. Everyone is assigned to a muster station. So depending on where your cabin is on the ship is where your muster station will be. You will need to remember, it will also be on your sign and sell card, or your key card to your room. It should also be on there too, in case you forget. Just look at that card and be like, okay, I'm station C. Oh, this is over here in Sorrento's or something, you know. Go to your muster drill, get your muster drill done, because the ship will not set sail unless everyone has done their muster drill. Now I know with Disney, they still have it to where you go in person and have to sit and watch a demonstration of somebody putting on their, life vest and taking it apart and all this stuff, basically showing you how to use it. I know a lot of the cruise lines have moved to either you could just look at it on your phone and you can confirm that, hey, I watched this on my phone. I think Royal is one of those that you can just do it on the phone. And or there is another cruise line, I want to say Carnival, you can watch it on the TV in your cabin, where it, sit there and watch it, and then you have to confirm that you checked it off as well, that you have done it. So, but the muster drill is a mandatory. It is a must. So whether you're doing it by phone on your own, looking at it in your cabin, or actually going in person to a station to watch a demonstration, muster drill is a must that you have to do. Okay, so did I talk about pack a carry-on bag? I believe I did talk about pack a carry-on bag, just in case you want to go swimming or you need medication or, whatever, before the cruise actually leaves, before you actually get your luggage. Oh, and just so you guys know, when you do get aboard the ship, you cannot go to your room straight away. Most cruise lines, they tell you cannot go to your rooms until 1:30. They will have those doors shut. So when you get on the cruise, don't think you can go straight looking for your cabin, because you won't be able to. All the doors to the cabins, it will be shut down, because they are still cleaning and getting the cabins prepared for you from the last, sailing, from the last people that was in there. So don't go bothering those people trying to get in your room, doing all the extra stuff that, some people do. Just wait until they announce it. And most of the time it is by 1:30. They'll say, everybody, you can go, to your cabins now. So and that's normally around 1:30 on most cruise lines. Okay, I think the last thing I need to mention in this video is to check your cruise app for, again, download the cruise app, and then check the cruise app for formal nights, for your theme nights, so that way you know what day and what nights you're having this. And also, before your cruise, you can also go on there and check to see what actual theme nights they are having. A lot of cruise ships do theme nights. Some may do an 80s night, some may do a white, party night and all that. So you would want to know, Disney always does like a pirate night. So you will want to know what items to pack and bring for those theme nights if you choose to participate in it. And then as far as formal nights, if you choose to participate in formal nights, you want to bring your formal wear, whether it's your dresses, bring a pair of heels, whatever the case may be. If you're someone that like to really dress up for formal night, I have seen it done all kinds of ways on each of my sailings. Some people dress to the max and then they take their formal photos. This is a good way for you to get good family photos, or if it's just you and your husband or just you, to get a good formal photo of yourself dressed up, looking beautiful as you are, and or with your family. You can do that as well. I know Royal has white party night. That's where you dress in all white. So you can do that as well if you choose to partake in that. And some people, even on formal, some people don't dress really formal. Some people may throw on some khakis and, a nice pair of sandal heels or something like that and be like, I'm formal. Not everybody dressed the same, but a lot of people do, tend to participate and dress up and look beautiful as they're doing it. So you want to check the app for that, or you want to check, your cruise line, the week that you're going, to see what nights and when and what, themes that they are having on board your sailing. So that is all I have right now for you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. If I left something out that you thought I should have mentioned in this video, go ahead and put it down below. If you have any comments or questions, go ahead and put it down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get those answered for you. I'm sure I will do another first time cruisers video, because there is a lot to go with this, and you really can't get it all done and said in just one video without making this video extra long. So I'm sure there's going to be another video that I could put together to help those out. That is, if it's their first time cruise, and even if it's not your first time cruise and you're watching this, kudos to you and thank you for watching. And if you made it this far, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button and go ahead and subscribe if you want to be a part of my family. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.